One, two. Right, hello everybody. Say hello if you can see me. Sorry, if you can hear me. For some reason I can't see the video. Soon fix that. Hello Dunphy Diamonds. Hello Leslie. Tell me if you can hear me. And I'm going to try and sort this camera out because I can't see that at the moment. Sure, it will be fine. I've had this before. And I'm just going to press this and this and this. Should spring into life. Have a look. Yeah, right, okay. That's fine. I can fix the audio, turn that up a little bit, turn the music down. Yeah, I'm just going to try and fix the video camera, everybody. I'm going to try and fix the camera. Give me a moment. Okay, everybody, I have just unplugged and replugged in the camera, and then I'll try and add it again to the software here, and I should... Yeah, here we go. That's going to work. Looking. Yeah, I had problems with the sound on Friday. Didn't expect any trouble with the video. Right, but we're okay. Here I am, look. That's it. Yay! Hi everybody. How you doing? Dr. Ball speaking. From Edinburgh, capital of the world. Okay, next thing. It's 2 minutes to 7, so I better get this sorted out. Tell me that you can hear me okay, that you can hear me well, because ProLethers said that the audio is quiet, so I've adjusted that slightly, and you should be hearing that a lot better now. So tell me if that's the case. Please tell me you can hear me. And we're going to get started really soon. It's 1 minute to 7. It's time for the quiz. Dr. Ball quiz, Monday night. Normally. Can hear you okay. Thank you, Alan. Normally, we'd be in the Brass Monkey Leaf. What a lovely pub. But there's one of them pandemics going on, you know what I mean? Hello, Giorito and Wolf. You know, with the old global pandemic situation, you know. Might even be riots, you know. Maybe the riots will spread. Imagine you just try. Imagine you going for double or bust, and you got all 5 answers you're going for in the final round, and then somebody puts a big brick through the window and sets the pub on fire. And I'm like, right, everybody, we've got to leave the pub because the pub's on fire because of the riots. And you're like, just give us the answers. Just give us the answers first. I said, nah, it's health and safety, innit? Go outside and tell you the answers outside. But luckily this quiz is not coming to you from Detroit or Seattle or Minneapolis or any of those places. It's coming to you from Trinity, where I was out earlier on and I didn't see any social unrest, because it's not really what we do down in Trinity. Sometimes somebody puts a sign up on the street saying, please don't put your litter here. But that's it. That's all the social unrest. What's the most social unrest you've ever done? Anyone been arrested? You know, for civil disobedience. Yeah, we've all been arrested for this and that and the other. But what about your actual civil disobedience? Anyone done that? Right, it's 1 minute past 7. I better start talking about the quiz. Hello, House of Weirdos. I got your picture. Because that was Cheryl who won the gin on Friday. Thanks for that. I only just got around to sending it off to Pickering, so hopefully you'll have your gin by the end of the week. And I only just saw your photograph. The photograph of the 4 of you. Great photo. But it's quiz time. I think there was a small buffer in there, but we're okay. I'm going to give you... I'm Dr. Paul. I'm the quiz master. I've got a great quiz for you, and give us a share on social media. That's what that means. The old Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you share the quiz, then you get a point. All right. If somebody in your team shares the quiz on the social media, then you score 1 point. So you get a 1 point start. So do that right now. Tell everybody about the quiz. The house rules here are no Tories and no racists, obviously, and no unsolicited DMs, please. Thank you very much. Very modern. Live quiz starts now. I'll tell you how to play. You are a team. I'm the quiz master. You're the team. So you might be on your own. Team of 1, no problem. You might be on your own with somebody. Team of 2 or team of 3, no problem. Some of you, I know, are connected via apps like Zoom, and you are a team virtually and interconnectedly. We have people that are in ludicrous places like Avi Moore, Paris, stuff like that. Whoa, Marion's drafted in, says, I've drafted in my ex. George in Belfast specially helped me with a film round. You know he's going to read it a different way, don't you? You know you're just looking for help in the film round, like. But George's going to read that a different way. Or maybe I'm misreading the situation, as I have often done before. Anyway, so you answer the questions as I ask them, round at a time. You write down your answers, bit of paper and a pen. After every round, you mark yourself. At the end of the quiz, we'll get you to upload your score. We'll make a league table. If you're unsure about anything, ask me for clarity. And if you think you know the answer, don't shout it out in the chat. Don't type it in the chat for everyone to see, because everyone's just trying to answer the questions. That's what it means, no answers in the chat. And it's in red because it's important, but you're all very good at that, so thanks very much. Hello, Jam Tarts. Hello, Joe. Give us a shout out just now. Tell us where you are and what your team's called. Tell us where you're based. These are the scores from last Friday. Another fine mess. 75 points, top of the table. Lockdown Lushies were on 74. Raccoons in the Attic. Golden Girls, Social Outcasts. Lochdoon, get it? We're on 72. Big scores. And that's the Duran level, right? These other teams here were more kind of take that kind of right down the middle. We love Dr. Paul, thanks. Great, everyone does. The Grockles, Pro Lethers, Caramel Brownies, Team Vegetable, Wee Max, Lumpy Gravy, Barry Moore's Fist, who are back here tonight. Titty Biscuits, the Wit and Witches, Feral Kids, and then right down the ball, One True Voice, Disaster, El Destructo, Noodle Doodles, Chateau Collapso. Yeah, I'm definitely getting finished for 8 o'clock. Thanks, Jam Tarts, for that reminder. You're having a barbecue on a Monday. Nice one. Good work, Abby. Einstein bobbleheads are here with updated tech. Here we go. Tomorrow, a couple of things coming up. Football quiz tomorrow night at 7. Big teams quiz tomorrow night at 9. Wolf takes on Subo, takes on Donald Trump. What a battle. Okay. Online pub quiz. This is this format here. Monday, Wednesday and Friday at the moment. This might change actually. I might add to these. Hello, Triangulation. Hello, Kuro. Kuro! 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 Kuro used to come to the pub, you see. Nice dog. Big black dog. Sponsored tonight is Cross Borders. Greatest brewery in the world. Based at Dalkeith, S-Bank, round about there. Don't ask me to tell you the difference between S-Bank and Dalkeith. As far as I'm concerned, it's the back of beyond. I'm an urban guy, you know. But they make great beer, I know that. And they're offering growlers tonight. 2 loads of growlers. There's Joe, who won the booze last week. There's the booze before it got drunk. I don't know what his status is now. Beer. That's what we want. That's what we're right. Ready. It's 6 minutes past. I'm already behind schedule, Jam Tarts. Jam Tarts likes to gamble on what time I'm actually going to finish. Depends on the technology. Well, I mean, on Friday it depends on the technology. The other thing it depends on me is me going blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to get on with it. Here we go. Round 1, same letter round. You answer the questions. 5 questions, and all the answers start with the same letter of the alphabet. So that's the big clue in this round, is that all the answers start with the same letter. Are you ready? Here we go. Geography. What is the name of the waterway that connects the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans north of Tierra del Fuego? Just to the north of Tierra del Fuego. And it's not a canal, it's a natural waterway. Connects the Pacific to the Atlantic. It's named after the explorer that found it. So that gives you an extra clue there. So, who's the explorer who gave his name to the waterway which connects the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean just north of Tierra del Fuego? Remember, don't shout out the answers in the chat, just write them down. I'll go back over these in case you miss any. Elementary. Which 2 letters make up the chemical symbol for the element magnesium? So magnesium is an element on the periodic table represented by 2 letters. What are the 2 letters that stand for magnesium? That's question number 2. Question number 3. Don't cross the Queen, whatever you do. In which make of car did Princess Diana, Queen of Hearts, experience her fatal 1997 car crash? So Princess Diana got on the wrong side of things. Next thing you know, Paris. But what make was the car in 1997 where Lady Di died? That's question number 3. Number 4, Shakespeare. Which one of Shakespeare's tragedies is called the Scottish play by superstitious actors? They don't call it by the name. They call it the Scottish play. Alright? Because, for luck. So what is the name of that play written by Shakespeare? One of his tragedies. Tragedy! Tragedy! And the last one, the state of it. Speaking of which US state was the title of the first Bee Gees song to reach number 1 in the UK singles chart? This was in 1967. They had a song that got to number 1, and it was had the same title. The title of the song was the same as the name of a US state. Okay, so which state was that, and therefore what's the title of the song? I'm going to quickly recap the questions for you, just in case you missed any. So here they are one more time. Tell me if you're ready. That's the thing. Tell me in the chat if your team's ready. So a quick review. And remember, all the answers start with the same letter. That's the big That's the big clue for you in this round. So, number 1, what's the name of the explorer who gives his name to the waterway connects the Atlantic and the Pacific, just north of Tierra del Fuego? Number 2, what is the symbol for magnesium? Talking 2 letters. What was the make of car where Princess Lady Diana, Queen of Hearts, the People's Princess, experienced her fatal crash? Number 4, which Shakespeare tragedy is the Scottish play? If you're an actor, the Scottish play. You have to say it like that. And the last one, Bee Gees song, same name as a US state, and it was their first number 1 in the UK singles charts, and it was number 1 in lots of countries as well. Okay, right, who's ready? Let's have a look. Chameleons, Big Man, Wee Dog, Lumpy Gravy, BBQ on a Monday are ready. Triangulation Run ready. Dumphy Diamonds are ready. Kieran's ready. Alright, Kieran. Pro Ethers are ready. Thanks for that, Joe. I noticed that you said that the beer has all gone. This is the Cross Borders beer that Joe won last Monday. The beer turned up a few days later. Thanks for sending a photo. And it's all gone. That's it. Aye, they make nice beer. Everybody says that Cross Borders beer is the best. And you don't have to just win it. You can order it from their website. Okay. Right, people are telling me that you are ready, so I'm going to move on. If you're not quite ready, get some answers down, because here come the answers. You scored 2 points for each of these. Did you get a letter? I'm sure you did. Letter M for macaroni. In fact, macaroni pie. Geography. Alright, here are the answers. You get 2 points for each of these. Who's the weirdos don't seem too sure about things? See how you got on. Right, Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, north of Tierra del Fuego. That's right at the tip of South America, and it's called the Magellan Strait. Named after the explorer Mr. Magellan. Great eyesight. Mr. Magellan. You get 2 points for a right answer. Remember, you get 1 point if you did a share, and also you get 2 points start anyway if you've been here before. If you've been at the Dodgeball quiz before, you get 2 points. If you're first timer, you don't get that. Alright? It's a bonus for the loyalty. You know what I mean? It's a loyalty voucher. So some teams got 3 points start and then 2 points for each of these. Right, number 2 is magnesium. That's Mg. It's that simple. Magnesium. There it is. On the left of the periodic table. I don't know what that means. Not a scientist. Don't cross the coin. But you'll see what happens. It was a Mercedes. Mercedes-Benz, but if you just said Mercedes, that's absolutely fine. It was that thing. Well, not that particular one. That's the same model. Obviously, that's in pretty good nick compared to the one that Princess Diana was in. And there, see how it exploded there? Nice. And the Scottish play, that is Macbeth, of course. Macbeth. And the last one, the state of it. The state of these guys, Massachusetts. There they are. Now, I thought there were only 3 Bee Gees. There's a couple of just guys that they've picked up from the bus stop there in the background. I don't know who they are. Don't know why they're there. But the ones with the teeth, they're the Bee Gees. You confused manganese with magnesium, Laurel. What the hell is manganese? Manganese. Looking that up on the old Wikipedia right now. Sometimes takes it. Manganese. First thing it says, you know, the first thing it says under manganese on Wikipedia, it says not to be confused with magnesium. So manganese has got the symbol Mn, and it's like all these things. It's a kind of shiny metal. They all are. I don't know why anyone's. See if you were into chemistry and stuff like that at school. Please tell us why in the chat, because I don't get it. Right, let's see some scores. Fabian's got 13. Ali's on 10. Chameleon's got 13. Geography let us down. That is actually quite a difficult question for question number 1. House of Weirdos. Kieran's got 12, Brendan's got 12, 10 with a voucher for triangulation, 13 for Einstein. Bobbleheads didn't get question number 1. Yeah, it looks like that was the difficult one. The Titanic temporary reunion team. That's Marion and her ex doing the quiz tonight. And it's a temporary reunion. That's in the team name. George, I think that was your name over there in Ireland, so don't get ideas. Let's move on. And that was all the answers together, just in case you missed any, but I think you all got it. No one's asking. You just ask me. If you miss anything, just ask me in the chat. Right, let's get moving on. Because I have to get finished by 8 o'clock, otherwise I have to donate my balls to charity. We have a weirdo science teacher in our team, but we didn't hear the science question. Oh no, is that my fault, or were you just not listening? Right, crypto. It's a 1 minute crypto, so I'm going to give you a crypto, sort of cryptic-ish clue to the name of a place. I'm going to give you 1 minute to solve it. And if you solve it, you get 3 points. So I'll set my timer up for 1 minute here. I'll press go, and then I'll press, there we go. 24 seconds left. Keith's got it. Brendan's got it. Let me know if you get it. Don't say the answer, because everyone else is trying to solve it. Marion's got it. Lumpy Gravy's got it. We're down to 8 seconds here. 6 seconds. 4, 3, 1. I need to get a new ding dong for that. Quite a lot of you are getting it. I think it would have been difficult without the clues. You've got right up until I reveal what it is, and it is Burnt Island. Burnt Island in Fife. A friend of mine drove us from Glasgow once to Kirkcaldy to watch football, and we stopped in Burnt Island on the way there, and my friend got a pie supper, and on the way back he got a fish supper. 2 suppers in one afternoon from Burnt Island. Can anybody beat that? Okay. You got 3 points if you got Burnt Island. By the way, Burnt Island has a very strange thing. It's got crazy golf, but it's on grass. Unbelievable. Worth a trip just for that. I'm not surprised you didn't get that, Taryn. It's a fairly insignificant place, even if you're from Fife. Burnt Island's pretty insignificant, so... The manganese question. Oh, the only thing I was saying about manganese was, you know, just how the hell? Why do you get interested in science if you're a science person? Like specifically chemistry, elements. Why is that interesting? Because they're all the same. They're all like little silvery bits of metal. That's it. Fun, you know, from my ignorant point of view when I'm looking at Wikipedia. Anyway, let's move on. Ollie got that. Been there with a kid. Aye, everyone's been at Burnt Island. Great place. Right, oh, voice round, sound round. With choices. So I'm going to play some mystery voices. Who are they is the question. All the answers are on the list, so you just got to pick the answers off the list. This shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. I don't know. You tell me once we do it, but just getting it set up here. We're going to click a few things just to get it ready, and there we go. Right, so look at the list. Who's on the list tonight? Brian Blessed, Britney Spears, Dominic Cummings, Jennifer Lopez, Michael J. Fox, Michael Palin, Nigel Farage, Sarah Ferguson, Sarah Millican, and Tom Cruise. They are all on the list. So who is this? Here comes voice number 1. You ready? Here it is.
And we will never accept a German Chancellor attempting to annex a part of our nation. We simply won't have it.
There we go.
And we will never
accept... About to start again. All right. I heard you the first time. Hello, Jason. Don't put answers in the chat. Thanks for asking, but you don't put answers in the chat. Just write them down. Write them down on a bit of paper, okay? You mark yourself. There's no prize for coming first tonight, points-wise, so there's no cheating, you know what I mean? There's no point in cheating, but there will be prizes later on. Anyway, number 2, who is this?
Andre, I've worked with him from the very beginning. He started off doing mall tours for me. He would come in and his first performance, actually, they taught it to him overnight one night, and there was only supposed to be for like 300 people. He didn't even really know it, and we got there and there was 5,000 people. And he went on stage and he just made it up as he went along. It was really bad. It's like on the internet somewhere, but it was...
Oh, God. Like, I'm not even at the end of that clip and I'm already really bored by it, so I'm just going to stop it right there. Here comes clip number 3. Who is speaking?
It's 70 degrees below zero with a wind chill factor of 70. As I approached the magnetic North Pole, I had to have a shit. And Christ... I mean, that's the worst pain. I thought I was going to lose my bollocks and cock.
There we go. Beautifully told. Here's number 4. Who's this?
It's, I'm taking some time for Sarah now. And seeing my friends. I haven't seen anybody for a long time. And I'm going to start running again and starting to really monitor my own health now. I noticed that I've been a little too generous with my energy recently. Need to restock now.
Tim is saying that all the names are out of focus. Nah, Tim, you're pished. That's what that is. Here is number 5. Who's this?
The irony of it is that I was too medicated and was dyskinesic, because the thing about being symptomatic is it's not comfortable. It doesn't. Nobody wants to be symptomatic. It's like wanting to hit yourself with a hammer. You know.
Right. That'll do. That's a much longer clip, but that will do just fine. So I am going to play them one more time for Tim and everybody else who's drunk and can't see the perfectly focused letters on the board. I'm just going to read the names from top to bottom. There's 10 on there, so it's maybe just... I might have to lay them out differently so I can make them bigger. But the names on the list are Brian Blessed, Britney Spears, Dominic Cummings, Jennifer Lopez, Michael J. Fox, Michael Palin, Nigel Farage, or Farage, Sarah Ferguson, Sarah Millican, and Tom Cruise. I'm going to play the clips one more time. This is voice number 1.
And we will never accept a German Chancellor attempting to annex a part of our nation. We simply won't have it. And we will never accept a German Chancellor attempting to annex a part of our nation. We simply won't have it. And
He simply won't have it. Right, here's number 2. Who's this woman?
Andre, I've worked with him from the very beginning. He started off doing mall tours for me. He would come in and his first performance, actually, they taught it to him overnight one night, and there was only supposed to be for like 300 people. He didn't even really know it, and we got there and there was 5,000 people.
Wow, what a great story. Here's a better story.
It's 70 degrees below zero with a wind chill factor of 70. As I approached the magnetic North Pole, I had to have a shit. And Christ, I mean, that's the worst pain. I thought I was going to lose my bollocks and cock. It's 70 degrees.
There we go. Number 4 is someone feeling sorry for themselves.
I'm taking some time for Sarah now. And seeing my friends. I haven't seen anybody for a long time. And I'm going to start running again and starting to really monitor my own health now. I noticed that I've been a little too generous with my energy recently.
Well, there's my heart bleeding all over the floor for that woman. And then number 5 is this.
The irony of it is that I was too medicated and was dyskinesic, because the thing about being symptomatic is it's not comfortable. It doesn't. Nobody wants to be symptomatic. It's like wanting to hit yourself with a hammer.
Okay, it's like wanting to hit yourself with a hammer. So tell me when you're ready, and I'll let you know the answers. I see that Ollie says that yours is blurry as well. Anybody else? I think it might just be that particular font. When it gets that small, it looks a bit blurry. I was using 9, now I'm using 10. So it's just that I've had to make them a tiny bit smaller, and I might have just pushed it too far, so I might lay this out differently. Future. Marian's is blurred, House of Weirdos is not blurred. I think it's just that font when it gets that small. Okay. Right, you ready? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Lots of people are ready. I'm going to tell you the answers. The first one, talking about surrendering to the Germans, and we're not going to have it. Come on. You know who that is. It's, hang on. Get onto my answers screen first. There we are. It's old Nigel Farage, isn't it? Ours is on a big telly. Look at that, House of Weirdos. It's not blurry because we've got loads of money. We've got a massive big telly. Ah ha ha ha. Brilliant. What's that? ProLether's change quality in settings. It dropped to 144. Right, that might be to do with my streaming. Just do what the House of Weirdos do and get a massive telly. That's the easy way around this. Right, number 2 is Britney Spears going on about a dance routine or something like that. I'm sure it is fascinating. for some. I just found that incredibly dull. Number 3 is the opposite. It's a man nearly losing his parts as he answers the call of nature. As I neared the magnetic North Pole. It is, of course, Brian Blessed. Yeah! Oh, I see. ProLether, you can change the settings at your end. What? The settings drop by themselves? I don't understand this internet thing. Looks, it's in the settings. That's like a running gag in our house. If anything's broken, it'll be a setting, you know. Number 4 is Sarah Ferguson, ex marital slave of Prince Andrew, and feeling very sorry for herself, you know, in that clip. I've been spending too much time giving my energy to people. Aye, right. Just keep writing those helicopter books, darling. Get a bit of money. And Michael J. Fox is in number 5. Talking about the perils of being over-medicated. So, how did you get on? I don't think that was too difficult. Yeah, I haven't seen the Jeffrey Epstein, how do you call it, documentary, but my wife saw it and she was telling me about it, and that Prince Andrew guy, Jesus Christ. Not bad one, but we knew that. 10 for the Chameleons, Ali Gunn, Social Outcast, 10 for Kieran, 10 for the Fabians. It looks like it was a relatively easy round. Lots, all straight 10s there coming up on the scores. 10 for the Fists. Full Mark says 8 for the Titanic Temporary Union. If you do get less than 10 in any round, do tell me which ones you get wrong. Tell me what you put. Big Man Wee Dog, get 10 out of 10. Woocha! Another full marks round, right? It's going well so far. I think it's been fairly plain sailing so far. Let's get on with the quiz, see what we can do to you next. Went for J-Lo, yeah, fair enough. It'd be the same type of chat, wouldn't it? Right, picture round. First question in the picture round is about 1970s pop. What is this band? Who's this family band of chart toppers seen here in 1974? Nice work, Xenon. You're torn between a couple of answers, but you skewered the right ones. Nice work. And the blurriness has cured itself. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a great week for the connectivity of the internet last week. I can't help feeling it's getting a bit overloaded with everyone using the internet these days. You know what? Corbyn was right, wasn't he? Free broadband for everybody. Big, hefty, powerful broadband for everybody. Number 2 is in Seattle. I actually had this on Friday, a wider view of the city. It was named the city, but this is their kind of tower they have there. What's it called? It's called the Space something. All right, what's the last word of that? A big tower type thing that they have in Seattle. Kind of makes it look like Seattle. When you see the skyline, you always see that. It's the thing that makes it look like Seattle. It's called the Space something. What is the something? Number 3 in the picture round, and don't worry, I will recap them. Who's the geezer on the horse? Leader, it says, right? So who is this 19th century military leader? 18th and 19th century, but most of the stuff we know him for is from the 19th century. Quite a pose he's striking there. Nice work on the horse. My connection is dropping and coming back frequently, but I don't think it's too bad. It only ever drops out for a couple of seconds. So, Les Grands Beigneurs, I was just saying that is the name of the painting. Alright. Means the large bathers. 1887. Just need the surname for this one. Okay, who's the... In fact, I'll give you his first name. First name is Pierre Auguste. Alright. Might help you. And number 5, baby, baby, baby! Who's the baby? Is it Antonio Banderas, Marilyn Monroe, or Joseph Stalin? Who's the baby? Antonio Banderas, Marilyn Monroe, or Joseph Stalin? There we go. Name that baby. Right, quick recap. In case you missed any of these or need to see them again. Number 1, name the family band. So it's a family. They had loads of chart hits. Very popular. Particularly early 70s. First half of the 1970s. Number 2. What is that called? It's called the Space something. It's in Seattle. It's the big tower. That's an unusual view of it from the base. Number 3. Who's the guy on the horse? 19th century military leader. Top guy. Les Grands Beigneurs. Who painted that? Pierre Auguste was his first name. What's his surname? Painted it in 1887. And the last one there, baby, baby, baby. Oops. Antonio Banderas, Marilyn Monroe, or Joseph Stalin. Tell me when you're ready. And we'll move on to the answers. Cracking along at a great pace today. We're almost certain to get finished by 8 o'clock. La-di-da. You know what I've not set up as mystery bag? I'm going to have to do something like out of your vision. First thing I've got to do is find a bag. Might be mystery fist tonight, so can't see the bag. Tell me when you're ready. Right, okay, Pro Lethers are ready. Fabians are ready. Triangulation are ready. Leslie is ready. I mean, everything got moved about a bit the other night because it was a bit chaotic. But, yeah, I'll find someone else. Right. It is a cute baby. Yeah, definitely. Whoever it is. Absolutely. Very happy little baby. No more clues. Holly's ready. House of Weirdos are ready. Okay, give me another couple. I just want a few more to say that you're ready before I move on to the answers. If anybody needs to see anything again, let me know. Okay, there's the readies. They're coming in now. Right, okay, I'm going to tell you the answers. 2 points for right answer. You ready? Here we go. Number 1. Who's the band? Loads and loads and loads and loads of hits. Mainly guys. There's the only female member, second from left. That's Marie, and she was Marie Osmond. It's the Osmonds is the right answer. There's little Jimmy. The left, Donny Osmond. The heartthrob. Third from left, and the others. Behind that. Great teeth. So the Osmonds. Number 2, what is that? The something needle, or no, it's the other way around. The space something. It's the Space Needle. Okay? Space Needle for 2 points. Number 3, it's Napoleon. Napoleon Bonaparte. If you just said Napoleon, of course, that's absolutely fine. 2 points. It's just a pub quiz. You know what I mean? Number 4, more difficult. Did you get this one? Very difficult. Les Grandes Bagneuse. I said it was Pierre Auguste. That's the guy's first name. Surname is Renoir. Renoir. Great stuff. Nice brushwork. And the last one, baby, 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 baby. It's Marilyn Monroe. There she is. Yeah, a baby with that smile couldn't cause, you know, the purges of 20 million death. Like Joe Stalin. Answer to question 4, the things I learned from watching Dud and Pete. Is that right? Did they go on about Renoir, did they? 10 for the Chameleons. Yay! Triangulation got 10 out of 10. Kieran got 1 wrong. Number 5. Said Stalin. That doesn't look like the murderer of millions, does it? A little baby. I'd love to see a picture of baby Stalin. That'd be amazing. To be honest, the photograph quality is a little bit too good for that. Stalin would have been late 19th century. And somewhere in Georgia. I don't think they would have had quite as good photographs as that. 6 out of 10 for the bobbleheads, that tower. What did you put if you said the space what? Space tower, maybe. You all thought it was Stalin. Come on. There's the answers. I cannot work out what I'm going to do for mystery bag. I'll work it out when I get there. I'll get immediate inspiration at the time of can't believe it's not Stalin. There you go. There's your next great consumer spread. I can't believe it's not Stalin. Said King Billy for Napoleon. Great. Space Beacon. That's pretty nice. Space Needle, though. Beacon sounds great. Beacon's a better name, Darren. Right, let's get on. Long list. Okay, so this is a slightly aided long list. Usually long list is a sort of quite an open question, but I've put a help in here tonight. So it's just one question for me. You've got to come up with 10 answers. 10 answers. You get 1 point for each correct answer. Check it out. Tonight's long list round's about cities. Can you name the 10 most expensive cities to live in? Now, these figures are from 2016, so it'll still be pretty much the same. There's a thing called the Economist Intelligence Unit, and they measure living costs in different cities, and they find the 10 most expensive cities to live in. To help you, I'm giving you a very sort of long scale map with the cities marked on it, so you can see the. Hopefully, your screen. You know, if you're if you've got an absolutely massive TV, this will be easy, right? If you've got a tiny little phone, maybe slightly less easy. But you see the 10 yellow dots there on the map. You can see my cursor, can't you, if I do that? Yeah, you can. So there's one there. There's 2 in America. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Europe. And there's 3 over in East Asia. You see them? Oh, thanks, Raymond. I'll look for that later when I'm on Twitter. Picture of the young Stalin. Stalin Jr. So try and name these cities, all right? These are the 10, according to the Economist Intelligence Unit, these are the 10 most expensive cities to live in the world. What are they? Those dots are, you know, they're not, 1,000% geographically accurate. They're more or less in the right place. Don't read too much into the exact location of those dots. It's just to give you a kind of a steer, give you a bit of a pointer. Write down 10 answers. You get one point per correct answer in this round. So go for all 10 and then tell me when you're ready. While you're doing that, I'm going to put some background music on and I'm going to go and sort out the old mystery bag. Because the last half hour of getting ready was a wee bit flustered and I forgot to do mystery bag. So if you give me, let's get some background music on there. Here we go. Dreaming in 432 hertz. Sounds okay. There you go, that'll get you in the mood. That's the kind of music that rich people listen to when they're in their sort of glass conservatory overlooking the slums. So you get on with that. I'm going to find something for mystery bag. Woo. Right, that's me sorted out for mystery bag. How are you getting on? How are you getting on with the long list round? And it is quite a long round, isn't it? See, this is the trouble. It's a good round. I like this round, but I like the open-ended nature of it. Although I've kind of closed off that with the map edition, you know what I mean? But you tell me when you're ready. Let's see. Brendan's ready with a massive TV. TV the size of his house. Ali's ready. Marion's ready. But it does take a little while, and it inevitably leads to post 8 PM. Fabians are socially distantly arguing. I'll say one thing, Janet. Don't take those dots too literally, like the position of them. They're roughly right. The ones in America and in Asia are almost exactly right. The ones in Europe, yeah, probably not that accurate, you know. They're more to show you in relation to each other. But they're not bad. So don't read too much into the dots. Just use your knowledge of what cities cost a fortune to be in. Okay. Right, we've got some more ready. He's going to wait for 2 more ready calls, and then I shall tell you the answers for this round. Expensive cities. Try to think of some of the most expensive places I've been. I went to Stockholm once in Sweden. That was expensive. But it was okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, put it that way. Right, there's another couple of readies. Tell me the most expensive place you've ever been. The usual Scottish way to measure this is how much was a pint. That's every single conversation about cost of living usually comes down to the price of a pint. Ali's saying Sydney. Yeah, I've never been to Australia. Went to New Zealand, but I've never been to Australia. Right, let's check this out. Time for the answers. Here we go. Long list. So if you're just making up your mind, make up your mind right now. Let's go. Here we go. Most expensive cities. Right, this is from the top. This is from the most expensive down to the least expensive. Is Hong Kong, which used to belong to us. Now it belongs to them. Number 4 is Geneva, another Swiss place. So Zurich and Geneva, both on that list. Number 5 is Paris. Number 6 is London. Number 7 is over in the States, in New York City. Next one is Copenhagen. Maybe a bit of a curveball there. Copenhagen in Denmark. Number 9 is Seoul in South Korea. And the last one, number 10, is Los Angeles. So it's a slightly weird list. How many did you get? You get 1 point for each correct answer. House of Weirdos went to Oslo as a student and could only afford to eat loaves of bread. You know what? You know what? House of Weirdos. There's children in Africa. See, first world problems. Rip your arm off for a loaf of bread. 9 out of 10. Nice one, Kieran. Miss Zurich. Matt made it a lot easier, but 2 in Switzerland, hard to see. Yeah, I tried to emphasise it. It's just a guide, really. 1 looked more east, and I guessed Vienna. That's exactly what I was trying to caution you against. It was so that they're not sitting right on top of each other on a map that scale. You know, I was trying to make a point out of like those dots aren't exactly where they should be. If I geographically put them together, then it would have been virtually on top of each other. It would have looked like one dot, you know. Although Vienna's not a cheap place either. Poor, says Liz. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Put San Francisco, Vienna, and Tokyo. Yeah, I mean, Vienna's excusable. Tokyo, yeah, it should, you know, you can see it's not in Japan there. Put Milan and Kuala Lumpur. You only just wrote down Kuala Lumpur, Ollie, because you like to say it. Kuala Lumpur, Kuala Lumpur, a Kuala Lumpur, Kuala Lumpur. I mean, it's very satisfying to say. Right, let's move on. Team of the day is Barrymore's Fist, and they're here. That's good. That's great when a team are here. Thanks to Ollie, who sent me this picture last week. And I don't have a list of the names, but there are Barrymore's Fist. I was rather freaked out that there's an actual cop watching the quiz. Like, I've not done anything, right? But you know what it's like when you see a cop and suddenly you just feel guilty. You're like, man, there's a cop watching me. No! I honestly haven't done anything, right? You know, but you know, do you get that thing? Or is it just me? You feel guilty even though you've not done anything. Clear them fuzzy, clear them fuzzy. Okay. That's been happening slightly too much. I'm going to write that down and just see if there's anything I can actually do at this end to stop that happening. I can't stop and muck around with it now right in the middle of the quiz, but I'll check it out, Michael, just see if there's anything I can do. Anyway, team of the day are Barrymore's Fist, so fantastic. And there's their avatar floating upwards as if to heaven. There he is. If you want to be team of the day, send me a picture. Picture of the team. That's a great picture. That's a bit of zoom going on there, I think. All the team in different places. Fantastic. Pulling in the port police so you can calm down. Yeah, most of my crimes are not port related. Maybe sherry related. Right, anyway, let's move on. Hexo. Right, there's no way I'm getting finished by 8 o'clock. I've chosen all the rounds that take ages. Hexo, I'm going to give you 5 things to find on this grid of hexagons. The answers you're looking for are abbreviations, 2 letters, or in some cases 3 letters. Each answer is adjacent So you see here, you could have K-I. That would be an answer. But you couldn't have K-W. You know what I mean? You've got to be adjacent. Each of the 5 answers don't have to be right together. And I think I'm making that clear. Kieran is saying, if it goes fuzzy, click settings and change quality. And I think he's directing that at you rather than me. So, I don't know why it would do that though. Anyway, right, so number 1 is 2 letters, and it is a part of the UK that is home to 1.9 million people. So there's 2 words. And it describes a part of the UK that is home to more or less 1.9 million people. So which 2 letters on the grid give you that? I ain't going to say contiguous. I know, yeah, I do want to say contiguous, but I'm not going to say it. If you don't understand this round, just let me know. But you just try to find the letters next to each other on the grid that satisfy the answers. That satisfy the clues. Give you the answer to the clues. I think you know what I mean. So it's a division of the UK that's got about 1.9 million population. Number 2 is a band who had loads of hits in the 80s, including Joan of Arc and Locomotion. So a band from Liverpool. They had loads and loads of hits in the 1980s, and some of those hits were Joan of Arc and Locomotion. Loads of other hits as well. That was some of their highest charting hits. And it's 3 letters. That was 3 letters. Number 3 is back to 2 letters, and it is what a British person would call a tuxedo. An American would say a tuxedo. We're more likely to say a something. 2 letters. Which 2 letters? It's also worth pointing out in this round, you don't have to know what the letters mean. You just have to get the letters, you know? You get the right letters, you get 2 points. Number 4 is another 3-letter one. It is the UK government department that's responsible for protecting British interests worldwide. So around the world. Created in 1968. The Government Foreign Department. The department that deals with other countries of the UK government. And it's 3 letters. And the last one is 2 letters, and it is the first and last name of the main protagonist from Mary Shelley's most famous novel. Okay, Mary Shelley's most famous novel. I don't even know if she wrote other ones, but it's certainly her most famous novel. So who's that? It's the main character. The protagonist is the main character. So the main character out of Mary Shelley's most famous novel, first name and surname. So try and find those. They're in different parts of the grid. The 5 different answers. But each answer is contiguous. Thanks, Raymond. Thanks for giving me the license to use the word contiguous. Because having rolled it about in my heart for a few moments, I'm like, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say contiguous. So there we go. I did it. Woohoo! It's a contiguous woo. Woo! After all, we are quizzers, you know. I like to think my quizzes are accessible, but at the same time, let's not dumb it down if we don't need to dumb it down. What does protagonist mean? It means main boy, top fella, the cheese, the A1, main guy, the Danny Zuko. Okay, so you tell me when you're ready. Thanks, Leslie. Right, you got me there, Raymond. I've got no idea what cromulent means. You have to tell me what cromulent means now. Presumably top shagger is a response to protagonist. I mean, the way I answered that question was all very male. I mean, protagonist could be female as well, obviously. Could be your Sandy Olsen. Lumpy gravy are ready. Kieran's ready. The Quickers are ready. Fabian Society are ready. Hope your argument worked out with each other for the long list round, Fabians. Hope you didn't tear each other to shreds virtually. Then again, I kind of hope you did. Like a little bit of internecine struggle. Cromulent. That's a cromulent argument. I don't know what that means. Raymond says it's a joke from The Simpsons. They made the word up almost in common usage now. Oh, I see. Right, okay. See, now I don't feel so bad for not knowing it. Because you come up with it, I'm like, man, my vocab ain't what I thought it was. But it's made up. Like a wee get out of vocabulary jail free card. It's me out on the streets. Yeah, this blurry thing, that's a new thing. Sorry about that. I'll read them again, Laurel, if you can't see them. Number one is part of the UK, which is home to nearly 2 million people. Around about 1.9 million people live here. Number two is a 3-letter one, and it's a band. Biggest hits were Joan of Arc and Locomotion. That's amongst their biggest hits. Number three is what a British person would say instead of tuxedo. American person would say tuxedo. Well, we would sometimes say tuxedo, but a more British way of saying tuxedo. 2 letters. Number four is the UK government department responsible for protecting British interests worldwide. And it was 3 letters. 2 minutes left. It's just not going to happen. I gave up. It's that long list round. That takes ages. And this round's quite a long round as well, I've noticed. I should never put both of them in the same quiz. And the last one is the main protagonist, the main character in Mary Shelley's most famous novel. Not confident on number 4, but ready. Right, let's do it. Let's get on with it. Plenty of readies. We're going to get on with it now, right? So the answers for Hexo. Hexo! Here we go. You ready? Right, the first one. 1.9 million people live in this part of the UK. It is NI. That's Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland. Or Norn Iron, I think is the correct way to pronounce that. How to say it. Norn Iron. There you go. Iron. Yeah, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. That's what it says to me. As such, viewers will experience buffering and, for the first time, blurriness. It doesn't say that. You're telling me that. Number 2 is OMD. That is the band called OMD, which is short for Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, but widely known as OMD. So that's the band. They have Messages and Souvenir, loads of great hits. Great band. Number 3, British version of saying tuxedo is DJ, as dinner jacket. Alright, DJ is dinner jacket. 2 points for that. Number 4, the 3-letter one, government department dealing with overseas situations, is the FCO. Did you get that one? That's the Foreign and Commonwealth Office. House of Weirdos say I only know Kylie's Locomotion. Well, that itself was a cover of an old 60s song. Little Eva. Locomotion. Kylie did a cover of it. Locomotion by OMD is a different song. Good song as well. These are 2 points. Mac. 2 points for a right answer. It's usually around about 10 points a round, so if it's 5 questions, it's, And the last one is VF. I wonder if that was tricky. It's Victor Frankenstein. That is the scientist who creates Frankenstein's monster. All right, VF. Victor Frankenstein. Now, Mick Mac is asking, is that 1 point or 2 points? It's 2 points for a correct answer. If you got half of one, give yourself 1 point. If you got like something else, F, maybe you would have said, maybe you might have thought EF, Einstein, Frankenstein. Maybe you thought. If you got a Frankenstein, but give yourself 1 point. Lumpy Gravy got 10. Weirdos bombed on that one, 4 out of 10. Dunphy Diamonds, full 10 out of 10. That is some pretty high scores tonight. Eight out of 10. Didn't get number 4. That was the Foreign Commonwealth Office. Yeah, it's a difficult one. It's quite often referred to as just the Foreign Office. But that's the full title of it. Foreign and Commonwealth Office. Boris Johnson was sent there for a while under Theresa May. Get him out of the road. Send him to abroad and stuff like that. But he came back harder. Said FSO. Aye, 1 point for that. That's fair. Didn't get OMD. Yeah, it's a difficult one unless you're an 80s person. Because there weren't much about OMD after the 80s. They were pretty much an 80s band. Okay, let's move on to our sponsor. Right, okay, here we go. It's Mystery Bag. Cross Borders Brewery. www.crossborders.beer. What a web address. Amazing. Crossborders.beer. Not mucking about with .co.uk. They're going straight for .beer. Great place. Great beers. Only been around for a few years. They win loads of awards. Everybody likes their booze. So go to their website and buy some beer. Get it delivered to your house. And then see how happy you are. The prize tonight is a pair of growlers. That is Simon. And the growlers. No, that ain't Brian Blessed. That's Simon. Beer. He was one of our winners a couple of weeks ago. The mystery bag, right? Okay, you asked me what's in the mystery bag now. Can't find the mystery bag, so I've got mystery popcorn box. Okay, what's in the mystery popcorn box? You see that? Popcorn box. What's in the mystery popcorn box? Ask me questions of a yes/no quality, and I'll answer your questions. Then, based on that, try and work it, try and guess what's in the popcorn box. Whoever gets it right first, and whoever answer I see first that is correct, win the beer this week. Okay, so right, here comes some questions. People are going straight for guesses, saying things like scissors and mouse pad based on the fact that I was just grabbing something. No. Cocaine? No. Is it edible? No. String? No. Water bottle? Is it a bottle? No, no, no. Is it wearable? No. It's not computer wire. That one, you know what? I nearly did that actually. I nearly had computer wire. I nearly had an Ethernet cable. That nearly made it in, and I thought, nah, that's shit. I'm not gonna do that. It's not any kind of stationery like a stapler or a razor. I know why you're guessing that, but no. It's not a horseshoe. That's a left field guess. No, it's not. Is it made of wood? No. Is it a book? No. Is it Dominic Cummings' resignation? I was trying to find that. I can't find that. Apple? No. Candle? No. It's nothing you can eat. Is it an elastic band? Well, there are elastic bands in there, but it's not that. Is it a big TV? No. Is it glass? No. Can you wear it? No. Is it electronic? No. Is it a charger? No. Is that a pen knife? Alan Crawford. Unbelievable. Whoa! It is. It's a pen knife. Look. Look at the blade. Whoa! Get you. Get of you. Unbelievable. Now, that means Alan Crawford is the all-time champion of Mystery Bag. I make that the third time you've won Mystery Bag. 1 bread, 2 beer. Absolutely insane. Considering the number of people who come here, that is an incredible hit rate. So where are we? I'm just checking. Yeah, Ali Crawford penknife. Just a second after Ali Gunn was guessing iPhone. Margaret Ann was guessing beer. Or drinking beer, guessing beer. Other people asking questions like, is it a kitchen item? But Alan Crawford just went, hang on a minute. Psychic penknife! Got it! You're the winner! It's a beer winner! Cross Borders beer winner! Gonna have to come up with some kind of handicap for you to get at this, man. It's a blade. And multi-tool. You know, there's a screwdriver. There's a Phillips headed screwdriver on there. That's pretty good. Anyway, that's not a fix. I know it looks like a fix, but it ain't a fix. Got no interest in the same person winning more than once. So, but well done, Alan. Alan is the winner. Hope it arrives this week. This time, aye, right. See, you're getting well too comfortable in that winner's circle, innit? Starting to demand when it turns up. See, people who win once are just absolutely beside themselves with excitement. Aye, Jam Tart's got it first, so we'll be checking that out again later. Right, let's move on. To Beyond the Mystery Bag. Double or bust. Right, this is the last round. Jesus, 7 minutes past 8. Let's do it. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions. They're all worth 4 points. You get double points in this round, so you can get 20 points if you get them all right. But if you put one wrong answer, you bust. You get no points for the round. Okay? So to avoid getting bust, you can leave blanks. This is the decisive round. So let's find out how we get on. So number 1, The Sound of Young Scotland. Another pop music question. Which soft drink is also the name of a 1980s band which featured Edwin Collins as lead singer? So Scottish group, Scottish singer Edwin Collins had quite a few hits in the early 80s, and they're named after a soft drink. Which band is that? That's question number 1 in the double or bust round. Number 2, airport. Which major US O'Hare Airport? One of the top 10 busiest airports in the world. So O'Hare Airport. If you've got a flight to O'Hare, which city are you landing in? That's question number 2. Get this wrapped up fairly quickly. Question number 3 is a Hollywood question. Which Academy Award-winning actress married the country singer Keith Urban in 2013? So Hollywood couples. Keith Urban is married to which Academy Award-winning actress? They got married in 2013. Last time I checked, still on. Remember, one wrong answer in this round equals bust, so careful which ones you go for. Number 4 is a P Please Bob. The international organisation OPEC was founded in Baghdad in 1960. But what does the letter P stand for in the acronym? OPEC is OPEC. International organisation. I think there's about 15 or 20 countries in OPEC. But what does the P stand for? Remember, one wrong answer is bust. Careful which ones you go for. And the last one, surviving. Up to a point. What year did the last survivor of the Titanic disaster die? So everybody who was on the Titanic is now dead. But what year did the last remaining survivor of the Titanic die? To get the points here, you have to get within 10 years of the right answer. So if you're 10 years out from the correct answer, you get 4 points. If you're 11 years out, you bust. So, tell me when you're ready. I'm going to very quickly recap this double or bust round. So number 1, soft drink, also the name of a band with Edwin Collins in the early 80s, Scottish band. Number 2, O'Hare Airport serves which city in the USA? Number 3, Keith Urban, country singer, married to which Academy Award-winning actress? Number 4, what does the P stand for in OPEC? And what year did the last survivor of the Titanic actually die? Get within 10 years of the right answer. So, tell me. Tell me when you're ready. If you know somebody who would like the quiz, tell them to come along later on. I'll repeat the quiz at 9 o'clock. Do that on Facebook. which is even more glitchy than YouTube. This is a reasonable point to remind you that I'm trying to do this to feed my family, so I'm doing this for tips. So, quiz is free. If you want to, you don't have to give me any money at all. But if you do have a tip, I'd be delighted to get a tip from you for putting the quiz together and running the quiz. So that's the link to the PayPal. Link's also in the description. Couple of quid. You know what I mean? If you were going to a pub quiz. Yeah, it is a good busty last question, Brendan. It's a classic double or bust question. House of Weirdos going for 4 out of 5 with one guess. Ready for Micmac? Anyone else? I can only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 readies. I want a couple more. I want to get over 10 readies before I start showing you the answers. And then as soon as you know what your score is, get it uploaded, and I'll make a league table of all the scores. I'll include the scores for the 9 o'clock quiz, and I'll make a big league table. I'll probably do a quick interim table in the meantime, post it on Facebook. Leslie's woosing out, only going for 3. Well, you know, sometimes it's the way to do it. Sometimes softy, catchy monkey. Fabian Society are ready. Ali Gunn is ready. Happy Gang are ready. Right, let's do it. I'm going to show you the answers. Decide now. Stop arguing now. Write some. Here we go. Joarito and Wolf are going balls out, which means 5 out of 5. Here we go. 5 out of 5 answers anyway. Let's see if we get the 5 out of 5 right or bust. Sound of Young Scotland, right. Soft Drink. Band with Edwin Collins. They are Orange Juice. That's the band there. That's Edwin Collins at the front. He was a singer. Went solo later on. Good records. The Sound of Young Scotland, they called it, along with bands like Altered Images. Postcard records, you know. 4 points for Orange Juice. Number 2. Airport. It's got a smiling face. It is O'Hare Airport serves Chicago. 4 points for Chicago. Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good songs. Orange Juice. What Presents springs to mind, and Felicity. They're good songs. Chicago is O'Hare. Hollywood. Who's married to Keith Urban? It's Nicole Kidman. There she is. There they are. Doing the whole welcome to my garden shed type pose that you get in Hollywood. Yeah, Rip It Up and Start Again. That's one of the best known ones. See, I had that sort of funk underlying it. Oh, here we go. Robert Cripps Clark. Orange juice is not a soft drink. You're wrong and should feel bad, right? Go on, you explain to me, how's orange juice not a soft drink? Orange juice with no vodka in it. That's what I'm saying. Just orange juice. P, please, Bob. What does the P stand for in OPEC? It's petroleum. The acronym stands for the organisation. Now, I'm doing this off memory. Better just check before I do this wrong. The Organisation of Petroleum Exporting Countries. So it's like a lot of Middle East countries, plus Venezuela and Nigeria. They got loads of oil, so they get together, they fix the prices. Saudi and all that sort of thing. OPEC. Can't wait to find out why orange juice is not a soft drink. I might learn something here. And number 5, surviving up to a point. She's dead now. Last survivor of the Titanic was a woman called Milvina Dean. She was only a baby when she was on board the Titanic. As you know, Titanic sunk in April 1912. Milvina survived that. She got off the boat that night. And she lived to be 97, which means that she died in 2009. So anything between 1999 and 2019 gives you the points on that last one. Outside of that, you got bust. If you said before that or after that, well, That'd be this year. But if you said before that you got bust, Milvina Dean, there she is. That's when she was about 30, stressed out by it, PTSD. Nah, that's her when she's quite old. But she lived. We're back on. Dropped out for a second, little buffer. See, when it buffers, I tend to stop, so it's not like you're missing anything. 20 out of 20 for Taran, that's excellent. 20 for the Pro Lethers, that's great. 67 for the Weirdos, best one yet. Despite Cheryl leaving us to go running. I don't want to run. You know it's bad for your knees. Right, so Orange Juice, Chicago, Nicole Kidman, Petroleum, 2009. So 99 to 2019. Tell me what you got bust on, if you got bust. And I'm going to put a link up for you to upload your scores now. So I can get on with getting a league table together. How many for each answer in the long list round, says the Quickers? It's 1 point, so there was a maximum of 10 points in that round. All the rounds are a maximum of 10 points, apart from that last round, the Quickers. So the link that I've just posted up, click on that, you just upload your team name and the score, and it means I can make a league table. I don't take any scores from here. It's too much work to sift through it all. But if you upload it, then it goes straight into a spreadsheet, and I can easily do the table. Fabian's got 91, sorry, not 91, 71. Always good scores in the Fabians, but that's the best one I can see so far. And Mick Mac as well, 75. Quibbles about the Titanic question. Well, it looks like you got it right in the end. Anywhere between 99 and 2019. Thank you, the Quickers. Thanks very much. If anyone else thought it was a great quiz, then don't forget to tip. I'm doing this for cash. This is my income. Now that the pubs are shut. And will apparently be shut for quite a long time. And if they do open, then it's not going to be quiz. You know what I mean? Because they're going to have strict numbers limitations, which is the exact opposite of the whole point of the pub quiz, is to get the place busy. So it looks like I'm stuck online for a while, which is okay. I quite like doing it online. But please give me a tip. Just like you would if you went to a normal pub quiz. Thanks very much. You don't have to. If you can't afford a tip, and I know it's tough for everybody at the moment, then that's absolutely fine. But please at least like the video, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Click the bell, and then you get a notification when there's a quiz on. Pubs will be open 4th of July. Is that right, Kieran? Is that official? Is that Scotland? And will there be numbers limitations, and how do you know that? I want to know all the answers to that. In England, then, well, England, I'm not in England. You know what I mean? I'm in bonny Scotland. Thanks, Alan. Yeah, it was a good quiz. Well, it was good. Of course it was. You won the beer. Of course it's a good quiz. Didn't go for 104, says Ali. Yeah, sometimes cagey's best. Gets you out of there without getting bust. Would have got 16 if you'd believe Belfast George and the Titanic. He's from Belfast. The Titanic's from Belfast. You believe a Belfast guy on that one? Yeah, thank you, Pro Lethers. Thanks for coming. Tell all your friends. Really helps. Any recommendations you give to your friends who share the quiz, you know? Press the share button. Get it shared out. Love all that. Footy quiz tomorrow. Yes, there is a football quiz tomorrow. Thanks for asking, Brendan. Show you. Who won? Upload your scores. So I'll put the link up one more time for uploading your scores. Like that. And yes, here's your voucher. By the way, congratulations to everybody. That's your voucher. So you come to the end of the quiz, so you get a voucher. That means you get 2 points next time you do dodgeball quiz. That means you're not a first timer anymore. If you were a first timer, now you're in the gang. Porn Dwarfs got bust. They won the beer, but they got bust, so they finish up on 51. So yeah, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, football quiz. There's Montford and McPherson getting warmed up for it tomorrow night. Thank you, Zenon. Thanks for coming. 7 o'clock here on YouTube, same time tomorrow night, but specifically Scottish football. Big Teams quizzes tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Ridiculous battle. Donald Trump versus Wolfout Gladiators versus Susan Boyle. Subo. And thanks, Raymond. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for the football quiz. That's it there. And this quiz, this format is the Dr. Ball Pub quiz. It happens Monday, Wednesday and Friday. 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. 7 o'clock YouTube, 9 o'clock Facebook. And that's the way it goes. Sponsors at the moment. By the way, I've got a chicken racing based sponsor for Wednesday night, the 9 o'clock one. It'll blow your mind. There's a guy trying to raise money to do financial education for young people, and he's doing it by staging chicken races. Right? And he's going to sponsor a quiz on Wednesday. And I don't quite understand it, but it's great. Anyway, but the sponsors at the moment, the steady sponsors are Cross Borders tonight. Well done, Alan, winning the beer tonight. James the baker is sponsoring Wednesdays, so if you live in the Edinburgh area you can win high quality bread. And on Friday we have Pickering's Gin. Last week and for the next few weeks they'll be doing the Friday night quiz, and you can win gin. So come to the quiz on Friday as well. That's the 7. That's all the 7 o'clock ones. Anyway, thanks for doing the quiz. I'd be delighted to get a tip off you. Thank you to everybody who has tipped, and everybody who does tip. It is really appreciated, and it needs to get a little bit bigger, like in terms of numbers, to make it viable. So please tell other people. Tipping is great, but please do tell other people about the quiz, and hopefully do the chicken races take place at Brands Hatch. I think he's got a similarly punning name for his chicken run. So it's on YouTube, it's nuts. Got really crazy comedy, it's got really parochial sounding commentary. Thank you, Marion. Very few film questions tonight. Well, don't hold your breath. Film questions will be back. Everybody in the world likes film, apart from you, Marion, so there will be film questions now and again. But thanks for the $5, appreciate it. Right, I'm out of here. I've got just about time to do a little bit of PR for the 9 o'clock quiz, then I'll be on at 9 o'clock on Facebook. Don't come to that, because you've just seen all the questions. There'll be absolutely no point. But thanks for coming tonight, and I'll see you all later. Well done, Alan. Beer winner. You don't have to send me a message. I've got your address. I can send that straight off to Cross Borders in the morning. So, love you all. Good night.